A very good evening to everyone, and thank you for taking the time to join us for today's masterclass. We are delighted to welcome you to the session on Demystifying AI, how it's changing your daily life. The technology is increasingly shaping how we think, how we work, and make decisions. Before we begin the session, we would like to share a brief introduction to SWAYAM Plus. SWAYAM Plus is a digital learning initiative of the Ministry of Education implemented by IIT Madras, designed to strengthen the learning ecosystem by bringing industry, academia, and learners together on a single future-ready platform. The platform offers more than 480 online courses as of today across 15 priority sectors, including engineering, emerging technologies, BFSI, management, healthcare, social sciences, and several multidisciplinary domains. A key strength of SWAYAM Plus is its strong industry integration. Each course is developed in collaboration with leading companies and domain experts, ensuring that learners gain both conceptual clarity and practical job-ready skills as well. With more than 80 industry partners contributing to our offerings, the platform stays aligned with emerging technologies and evolving workforce needs. As a part of SWAYAM Plus initiative, we also host a series of masterclasses where experts share insights on trends, innovations, and real-world applications. These sessions help bridge the gap between academic learning and industry expectations, supporting our learners in their journey from classroom to career. If you have not explored SWAYAM Plus yet, we encourage you to visit the platform and experience the breadth of learning opportunities it provides. With this context, let me now take a moment to introduce the speaker for today's session, Mr. Laxminarayanan G. Mr. Laxminarayanan G is a strategic AI and GenAI leader with nearly 2 decades of experience driving digital transformation across the BFSI, CPG, and technology sectors. A recognized expert and TEDx speaker, he has advised prestigious institutions such as ISRO and the IIMs, supporting CXO-level decision-making on advanced AI adoption. His expertise spans the full AI stack, including GPT-4, RAG systems, Python, and TensorFlow. He has built world-class AI and GenAI practices and led global delivery portfolios. Mr. Laxminarayanan also serves as a distinguished mentor to ISRO, an Intel One API innovator, and a visiting faculty member at IIM Lucknow, IIM Kozhikode, and IIM Indo, teaching AI, analytics, and digital transformation. Before we hand it over to the speaker for the day, a quick note to all learners. You're welcome to drop your questions in the chat box on YouTube at any point during the session. Once the speaker session is complete, we will take the questions up one by one in the question and answer segment. With that, over to you, Mr. Laxminarayanan. Thank you.
Thank you, team. So good evening, everyone. I hope you're able to hear me. The topic is an exciting, perfect, ma'am. Thank you. I hope the topic is an exciting one today. So demystifying AI and how it's changing your life, my life, and everyone's life. From Netflix to ChatGPT, we are going to understand how AI is part of our everyday life. We will discuss a bit about AI, Gen AI, and how the future is going to be, that is human plus AI collaboration. We'll discuss all these three aspects in the next few minutes. So let me start with a very, very simple one. Always say this, that AI is already everywhere. If you're not aware, you are surrounded by more number of AI agents than the number of people at this moment. Just look around. I am 200% confident that there are more number of AI agents. In fact, next 1.5 hours, I'm not sure whether you are going to listen to me, but AI is going to listen to me. Maybe in another 2 hours, you're going to receive an advertisement in your Instagram. Would you like to learn AI today? That's how the world is. So AI is everywhere. And you and me interact with AI 50 to 200 times a day without even knowing that it is AI. Alexa is AI. Google Maps is AI. Spotify music is AI. So AI is embedded in everything that we do. Entertainment, communication, shopping, travel, safety, everywhere AI is playing a role. It is silently working in the background. In fact, that's the beauty, isn't it? If we know something as a software, maybe we'll be conscious about it. But here it is silently working as a kind of a small assistant, always trying to nudge, always trying to find out. Even if you're using Uber, the fare is being determined by AI. and we do not even know that it is AI. My parents have been using Ola and Uber for a pretty long time. They do not know that it's AI which is fixing the fare, and their fare is always different from others' fare. So AI is working everywhere to automate, recommend, detect, optimize, and everything. In fact, AI is in your phone. That's why I said, like, in a couple of hours, you'll start getting advertisements. Your facial unlock is computer vision. Your keyboard suggestions as you're typing, what you see in Smart Compose in your Gmail, that is AI. Natural language processing coming into picture, created using language models, they're able to come up with better predictions. Photo enhancement, AI image optimization. You can bring back your old photos, your grandmother's photo, grandfather's photo. You can bring it back to life with AI. You can even make them speak using AI. Spam call detection. I'm sure you're all receiving a message like Airtel and Vodafone, everyone claiming that we can block spam calls. We are seeing patterns there. That is a classic example of machine learning pattern recognition. So AI is in your phone too. Sarvam data mayam and Sarvam AI mayam in a way, without even realizing we are using AI. Have you ever wondered why you are so much addicted to Netflix? Why you are addicted to Instagram? If you're if you're not aware of it, it is AI which is making you feel addicted to these platforms. Guess how? They give the data, they give the content in the way you like it. Let's say you like horror movies. Even a normal romantic sitcom for a, let's say, Korean sitcoms that you're watching in Netflix will come with an horror thumbnail so that you watch this particular series also. Spotify claims that it can understand your mood and play the song. Do you really think Spotify understands your mood? No. They are just seeing the patterns in the songs that you're listening to. And with those patterns, there is a prediction made what song you would love to listen next. Auto caption is a classic example. Translations. That's one of the reasons that you're able to see a lot of translated series, dubbed series in your Hotstar and other places. AI is doing it easily. Convert the speech, the speech to text, translate, and then convert text to speech. So entertainment industry is changing rapidly. Video highlights summarized using AI. Let's say, for example, you're watching a cricket match. I'm sure there is a match running parallelly now. I have to compete with the Indian team against a T20 match. I have to get your attention. But of course, don't worry. If you are seeing this webinar, if you're listening to this webinar, I can guarantee you AI can help you to generate the video highlights quickly and you'll be able to watch it. That's what all these channels are doing these days. The important key moments, it's just AI. It's just AI which is doing the editing and giving you the content. So AI is there in entertainment too, navigation and travel, Google Maps. I live in Bangalore. Even though I know the route to office every day, still I use Google Maps when I start my day just to confirm which one is the shortest route, whether it is full of traffic. Looking at the traffic, I can take a call whether to work from home or go to office. So everything is driven by AI. Small decisions that we take. At what time I need to leave office to reach home for a particular webinar. Let's say today, for example, I can predict the traffic, look at the traffic, predict the time, and then start from my office accordingly. So AI helps me there. I'm sure you have heard of this famous Uber pricing model, right? Let's say you and me are sitting in IIT Madras. We both are booking a cab to the Chennai airport. Do you think the price of the cab ride will be the same? Definitely not. Why? What are the factors that are being considered? There are plenty of factors that comes into picture. Whether you're using iPhone or Android, how many times you have booked the ride. Sometimes even gender plays a role. There are so many factors that Uber considers, Ola considers to decide what your fare should be. Who is the hero here? It is AI at the back end. AI can predict how much you can afford to pay for a ride. So AI is everywhere. Flight delay prediction. But of course, AI would have failed last week had it been used for Indigo. So Indigo cancellations was highly unpredictable last week, isn't it? AI could not have done anything. Why? because there was no pattern to it. But during winters, can I make a guess which flights would get delayed? If I have last 10 years data, I can easily predict whether the flight to Guwahati will be delayed or flight to Chennai will be delayed from Bangalore. It is easy for me. So digital trolling and automatic number plate recognition, I can easily do that. Today, traffic police is using smart cameras to detect that. So AI is everywhere. WhatsApp, it is continuously tracking what you're typing. If you're introducing spam, if there is a fraud, WhatsApp continuously detects that. Instagram, LinkedIn personalized feeds are all done because of with the help of AI. By the way, have you seen this documentary, The Social Dilemma, in Netflix? If you have not watched it, I would strongly recommend that because it talks about why the world is polarized today. Of course, if I ask you why the world is polarized, you and me will have different reasons. But do you know one important reason for that? It is artificial intelligence. The recommendation systems that are powered by AI, that's what is creating this divide. If you want to know more, I would suggest you to watch this video, watch this documentary today. AI enhanced photo filters are there, smart replies, email autocomplete, all these are classic examples of AI in communication. Safety, fraud detection in banking is a classic example. Let's say, for example, I'm using my credit card in Bangalore. I regularly swipe it in Bangalore. Just for a day, I'm coming to Chennai. I'm going to Velancheri or T Nagar. I'm just buying some expensive jewelry for my wife. 5 lakh rupees I'm swiping in the jewelry shop. Immediately, my bank will call me. Are you the one who is making this transaction? Sometimes I wonder, like, is it because I'm getting it for my wife? The bank is surprised, but that is not the case. The bank is surprised to see the transaction that I have made because it is an anomaly, an abnormal transaction compared to my regular transactions. Regularly, Lakshmi is the one who swipes it for 3,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees in Bangalore. How come he's swiping 5 lakh rupees in Chennai out of the blue? There is an anomaly, and immediately it considers it as a fraud. They're making a call to confirm whether the transaction is valid. If I say that yes, it is valid, they mark it as a valid transaction. If I say no, they immediately block my credit card. They'll issue a new credit card. So AI is everywhere. Anomaly detection in CCTVs, face recognition in airports. Your DigiYatra is AI. Phone security alerts. When somebody logs into our account, immediately we receive a message, especially if it is a suspicious account from a new IP address from a new city, you get a message. So AI is prominently used in all these spaces. I hope you have understood what is AI. But before I move to GenAI, I'd like to talk a bit about AI and how it is changing the problem solving world. Till 15 years back, the way we used to solve problem was we used to have a very typical algorithmic approach. That is, we code the logic into the system like if else programming. There is an input, there is a processing, and there is an output that comes out of it. So unless you know the logic, unless you know that there is a way, there is a formula to solve a problem, you cannot create a software. We generally call this as rule-based intelligence. To simplify it, just like the way the calculator works. If you press the plus button, it is going to add. It has been coded that way. Plus button means add, minus button means subtraction. The logic behind that button is coded. If you give an input, you get an output. Two numbers you give it as input, it will sum it up and give it. This is called rule-based intelligence. By the way, calculator is also intelligence. IRCTC software is intelligent. Autopilot in an aeroplane is intelligent. These are not AI. They are intelligent, but they are rule-based intelligent. Simple. Now, most of the problems in this world could not be solved using this traditional approach or conventional thinking of rule-based intelligence. I'll give you an example of a problem which cannot be solved using this. The most popular example in the AI world. Like for example, cat versus dog. How will you identify the difference? If I give you an image of an animal, you just have to identify whether it is a cat or not, or whether it is a dog. Okay, you just have to identify that. If I ask you to program this, create a software program for solving this problem, will you be able to do that? without knowing, or I mean, you can make a try. Like, for example, I can say that, okay, the features of the cat are this, features of the dog are this. But is it easy for you to define the features of cat and dog and then using that differentiate both of them? Very, very tough. I know some of my friends will always say this. If the height is small, if it is short, then you can, it is a cat. Then a pug will be classified as a cat, isn't it? There are so many exceptions out there. It is not easy for you to define or differentiate cat and a dog with the help of a rule-based logic. But is there a way I can solve it? Can I have a machine identify the difference between cat and a dog? I can do that. That's where the machine learning style of doing things come into picture. Where I know that I cannot have a program to do this, but all I can try is I can have an alternative. I can give 10,000 images of cat, 10,000 images of dog, and I'm asking the machine to just see the pattern. Why this is called as a cat? These 10,000 images, do you see a pattern amongst that? Basis that, can you understand what cat is? And same way for the dog. Look at all the images, look at the pattern. Can you identify what a dog is? The moment you have identified that, if you show a new picture, the machine can easily identify using AI whether it is a cat or a dog or something else. Now, what you have done with this one is you're not giving an accurate answer. You're just making an intelligent guess. That's what we call it as prediction. It is an intelligent guess that you're doing. But with that intelligent guess, you're able to come up with a probabilistic response that, okay, I can say with 80% probability or 90% probability that this is a cat or this is a dog. That is good enough, right, for us? Maybe I'll take one more example for you to understand why this change in the problem solving approach is opening up a lot of opportunities. Take our match now, India versus South Africa, okay, which is currently happening as we are speaking. Who is going to win this match? Of course, with all the bias, we can say India, okay. But is there a way that I can intelligently predict this? Let's say, for example, I'm a gambler. I have 10 crores. I want to play a gamble. I want to invest in the team which is going to win the match. I'm going to play a gamble. And I'm asking you to be a consultant. And I'm asking you for advice. Can you suggest where should I bet my money? Should I bet it on India or should I bet it on South Africa? Is there an intelligent way that you can answer this one? That's where machine learning approach comes into picture. If I start looking into the past data, everyone who has played the match, or every time the India and South Africa has played, where the match was played, who are the players, who was the captain, pitch report, how many spinners were playing. Like that, if I consider all the data, don't you think I'll be able to make an intelligent guess who will be able to win the match today? Instead of saying 50-50, even if I give 70-30 or 80-20 chance for a team, that's a good intelligent guess compared to 50-50, isn't it? So AI is opening up the opportunities to solve a lot of problems which could not be solved earlier using the rule-based intelligence. In fact, most of the problems in this world cannot fit into the rule-based world. Like, how much time would it take for me to go to office? I don't have a formula. I can't say that speed is equal to distance by time or time is equal to distance by speed. I do not even know what the traffic is, correct? So can I use AI to predict? I can do that. I can make a prediction using and say that, okay, if it is raining, it's going to take so much time. If it is a Friday evening, it's going to take so much time. Just like the way we have the pattern recognition as a core component of our brain, of our intelligence, it is the same way we are giving that pattern recognition to the machine. With the help of recognizing patterns, you're able to build intelligent machines. Perfect. I hope you got a perspective of what AI can do. So slightly, we have demystified what AI is. Now let's move on to generative AI. That's the buzzword. I know most of the people in today's world, they equate Gen AI. They equate Gen AI with AI. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Generative AI is a subset of AI. So if you notice, Most of the people, when I ask them, like, what is AI? They generally say ChatGPT or Gemini. But actually speaking, AI is something more. It is all about creating an intelligent machine, creating a machine that can imitate human being, that can behave like a human being. In fact, to be more precise, that can behave like an intelligent human being. Okay. So generative AI, when we talk about it, it's a subset of AI where we are saying that we are going to generate things. Just like AI can predict, generative AI can generate things. When I say generate, it can generate images, photo, video, it can generate a lot of aspects. So generative AI is the place where your creativity can be seen as an action. You write a prompt, you write a text prompt, and you're able to generate an image. You're able to generate a video. We generally call these as TTA models, text to action model. That is, you write a text, you generate a text. Like, for example, I can say, can you write a beautiful email appreciating Laxminarayanan for taking this webinar? If you ask GPT, it will write a good email. This is text to text. If I have to create an image, I can write, hey, can you create a wonderful poster for this SWAYAM Plus webinar that's going to happen? That is text to image. Text to video. Let's say, for example, I write a prompt saying that, can you create a promotional video for the webinar that's going to be conducted? This is the topic. It can create a video. The moment you have an idea, today, you and me have got the license to convert idea into action. So that's where generative AI comes into picture. Creativity meets intelligence. So generative AI is all about creating content, text, images, video, music, code, you name it, it can create it. The ChatGPT that you're using is a classic example of GenAI. Gemini, Midjourney, DALL-E, Sora, all these are classic examples of generative AI. They all work using foundational model. Maybe I need to explain what is a foundational model to you. Foundational model is the basic AI model that is being created by all these big companies like OpenAI, Google, and bigger giants. This foundational model is a pre-trained model. It has been trained on a huge, massive data set. And by doing that, you have created a large, intelligent model, the model that can do multiple things for you. Like, for example, I'll help you understand this one. Today, you can go to GPT, you can ask it to write a poem, you can ask it to write an email, you can upload the document and ask it to summarize. So anything that you want to do with simple prompt, it is able to do that. That's the beauty of the foundational model, pre-trained models. Just go back to the AI world that I was speaking about. Take the example of winner predictor, like who is going to win the match today. When I say that, the model that I'm creating with all the training data set, actually, you're building a model which can only do a prediction of who will win the match. If you ask a different question, let's say, for example, who will win the ODI match between India and South Africa? This model will not be able to say because you have trained it for T20 data. So the model can do only one task. That's why it's called as narrow AI or weak AI. But generative AI, when we talk about it, we are talking about one model which can do multiple tasks. That's why a lot of people confuse it with AGI, artificial general intelligence. So in a way, the foundational models are classic examples of one model which can do multiple tasks for you because it has been pre-trained on a huge data set. In fact, one classic example is large language model, that is LLMs, what we call it as. Your Gemini, your GPT, all these are LLMs, okay, which are running on massive data sets, which have been created using massive data sets, which can do more things for you. Now, how is GenAI part of your life? Writing emails, essays, blogs. In fact, most of the assignments, if you're in college, most of your assignments are being done by Gemini or GPT or Perplexity, isn't it? Okay, I know that's a scary part for any professor out there, but yes, most of the people are using it. If you want to write a good LinkedIn post, Or if you want to create a beautiful Instagram reel, you can use GenAI. You can generate images for presentations. You can generate even presentations. I'm sure in your college, when you're making a presentation, you're using Gamma.app, Slides AI, Beautiful AI. There are so many tools out there which helps you to create a presentation. If you're at the company, if you're using the enterprise copilot, that gives you the option to create presentations too. So, lot of things are getting created these days. Video creation from text. You write a text, you can create a video. Have you guys used tools like InVideo.io or Pictory.ai, Runway ML? There are so many platforms out there. In fact, Synthesia, one of my favorite platforms for enterprise video creation. You write a prompt, the video gets created. Coding assistance, the GitHub Copilot is another classic example of it. So in a way, generative AI has transformed the entire way of solving problems. Today, you and me are able to solve a lot of things, or our daily productivity tasks, or productivity is improving with the help of these tools. Let's understand how it is improving the productivity. If you have not realized it yet, you write a draft and then you post it as a prompt. It generates an output. You edit that and you post it. You get a final model. Today, you can do vibe coding. Write a prompt, generate a code. You can keep fine tuning the prompt and you get the final application ready. Tools like Replit, Lovable, all these tools are helping you to create websites, apps in no time. So 3x to 10x faster content creation you can do with GenAI. You can ask for ideas. You can summarize ideas. You can translate them. You can rewrite it in different tone. Have you ever tried this one? Like asking GPT to respond in a certain tone? Like, for example, I've tried a lot of things. I've asked GPT to respond in a Shakespearean tone, Gen Z tone. You should try that and you'll have a lot of fun, I would say. By the way, have you tried this prompt with GPT? There are two prompts which are very popular. If you have not tried it, please try it. Just go to GPT and ask, what do you know about me? It can be with Gemini, Claude, any model that you're using. Just go there and check it out. Ask this question like, what do you know about me? You'll be surprised to see the response. And if life is too boring, you're traveling in a train or a flight, or your Indigo flight is cancelled sitting in the airport, then try this another prompt, roast me. You can try this, and I'm sure you will have a memorable conversation with the GenAI bot out there. Every personal assistant that you're using today is powered by AI, and in a way, it is GenAI coming into picture. The scheduling, reminders, research, everywhere GenAI is playing a role. And creativity is amplified. Your normal ideas, your thoughts, they're getting converted into visual designs. In fact, there was a wonderful statement made by Eric Schmidt last August 2024. He was addressing Stanford, and in that, he made a wonderful speech. He mentioned that as a developer, many a times the IT developers do not understand what the business wants. A lot of ideas, when you're trying to convert the ideas into softwares and applications, the entire idea gets lost in the process. So you were saying that with GenAI coming into picture with GPT and other aspects, most probably in the coming days, you just have to type your idea, convert your thought into a wonderful prompt, and say abracadabra, that is, click it. You will have the output ready. It can be a cloud kitchen, a software for it, or it can be a software like Instagram. Everything can get created easily. So AI is amplifying your creativity. You and me, everyone has a role to play. Everyone can create what we want. In a way, this has democratized AI. All of us have access to it. All of us can play around it. Now, your success is determined by your ideas and your thoughts. You need not wait for some IT developer to develop it. Okay, so AI assisted music composition is there. Script writing, storyboarding is there, and hyper-personalized content generation can also be done using GenAI. For most of us, it is a black box. You write a prompt, you do not know what is happening at the back end. It's just generating an output, isn't it? It's just generating an output, and you do not even know how the output has come. Behind the scenes, every GenAI model is an AI model. If it is generating images, it is a computer vision model. If it is generating a text, it is natural language processing model. If it is generating video, it is vision model. If it is generating speech, it's a speech AI model. So it is the same old AI which is at the back end, just that it has been simplified so much for you that you need not worry what is happening at the back end. But having said that, prompt engineering is very, very important. If you're not writing a good prompt, you're not going to get the good output from the model. The way you write the prompt determines your success. In fact, I would say today, there is a lot of data and AI coming together to personalize things for you and me. And mass personalization is happening now. In fact, there used to be a saying earlier. I mean, in fact, you would have studied this. Dell used to say this. They used to do mass customizations. What is a mass customization? That means with one single design or based on your requirement and my requirement, the outputs are getting generated. That's what mass customization is. That's the same thing happening today with GenAI. You and your friend writing a prompt, both of you may not get the same response. The more the details you give in the prompt, the better the output is. So prompt engineering is an important skill that you have to acquire in the modern day world. And with so much of personalization happening, you need to understand that AI is not magic. It uses data everywhere. And AI needs data to understand the user behavior, learn patterns, make predictions, and personalize outcomes. Zomato is able to tell you that, okay, I'll give you biryani in 10 minutes. How are they able to say that? Simply because they capture data. They know precisely which area, what kind of orders are made on a Saturday evening versus Sunday morning. And they keep the data. With the data, they keep the food ready. And with that, they're able to give a commitment that I can deliver biryani in 10 minutes. Because they have the data to come to the conclusion. In fact, I can take this example and explain to you how the data is very important. I'm sure all of us buy groceries, provisions every month, right? From DMart, More, and any other place. If you give me the monthly provisions bill of your family for the last 5 years, 60 months of data, if you're giving it to me, I can tell you, I can derive more insights about your family. I can start with as simple as how much do you spend on groceries on a monthly basis? How many people are there in your family? What is the gender of the family members? Anyone has any kind of health problem, diabetes, BP, I can find out. How many kids are there in the family? Are you price conscious or brand conscious? Is someone pregnant in your family? I can find out. In fact, that became a big controversy in US. Target, the company, they started sending some coupon codes for pregnancy related products to a teenage girl. The father got furious. He went and shouted at the Target manager saying that how dare you can send such messages to my daughter. Target investigated the entire recommendation system and they called up the father. Even before the Target company could speak, the father apologized, saying that, oh, sorry, you guys found out that my daughter is pregnant even before I could. So AI is all about data, seeing patterns in the data and using those patterns to make predictions. So it is not magic. In fact, something that you have been using in Amazon, people who bought this also have bought this. Have you seen that? Just by implementing it, I studied one of the statistics, like I read one of the statistics that Amazon was able to improve their revenue by 40% just by introducing that one feature. Don't you see AI behind the scenes there? Behind that fashion recommendation? So, personalized fashion recommendation in Myntra, Flipkart, all these are classic examples of how AI can work. By the way, tell me one thing. Your Instagram feed, what you're seeing in Instagram, do you see AI behind that? Your Instagram feed, what you're seeing, you and your friend may not have, maybe watching the same video, but the next video that comes in the feed will be different. Again, AI is playing a role there. The smart product search using images is part of AI. In fact, there was a feature introduced in Myntra a few months back. If you're buying a shirt, you can have a plugin in your Chrome or in your Myntra where when you're checking out a picture of a shirt, you can actually use that plugin and actually you can become a model with your photo in that plugin. It can show the shirt on you and you can see how it looks on you and then take a call whether to buy it or not. Again, AI coming into picture to personalize the entire shopping experience for you. Great. So you have understood how GenAI can play a role here. Now, slowly, let's get on to understand how humans and AI are working together. In fact, this used to be a very, very popular panel discussion topic few months back, or few years back, I would say. Is AI going to take away the jobs? That's a big question even today, isn't it? With GenAI and everything coming into picture. Do you think AI is going to take away the jobs? What do you think? There is a fear everywhere that AI is going to take away the jobs, but I can be confident. I can tell you that AI is not going to take away the job. It is AI which is actually solving the problem that humans are facing. It's humans and AI coming together to solve the problem. That's what AI can do. It is not introducing new things for you. It is just solving the old problems in a new way. That's what AI is all about here. Okay. So the future, when we talk about it, it is humans and AI working together to solve some of the real world problems. So from automation to augmentation, AI is helping you to do every repetitive task. By the way, remember one thing, even today, be it AI or Gen AI, it can only predict things. Predictions are right or wrong, that's something which is left to human judgment. So you have to pass a judgment whether the prediction is right, whether the creative image that has been created is it right or wrong. That's something which humans can only bring it across. Empathy, for example. Today, machines do not have emotions. It is faking emotions, or in a way, I will put it like they are logically created emotions, which is still a problem. So today, the focus is the concept of co-pilot, co-worker has come into picture, where humans have accepted, okay, even if some of the jobs cannot be completely automated, but I can use AI to assist the humans to do it in a much better way, slightly faster way, better productivity, faster completion of the work. So augmented productivity is the concept today. Augmented intelligence. That is, you just give a command, a voice command or text command to the chatbot. The chatbot will start doing things for you. This is where Gen AI, Agentic AI, these tools are coming into picture. Now, with this change that is happening in the market, there are a lot of new skills, new careers are emerging. AI assisted marketing, prompt engineering as a skill. I mean, I'm very confident you guys have to learn prompt engineering if you do not know how to write a good prompt. If you have not taken a proper formalized training, I would say that you're still not using GPT to the fullest possible extent. You have to learn how to write a good prompt. Prompt engineering is an art, it's a skill, it's more like a persuasive communication. Like how you speak in a public forum, you have to use that persuasive skill to speak to the GPT also to get the best output. AI product design is a new world, it's a new role. No code app building, like citizen data scientists, citizen developers, we call it as, that is also coming up in a big way. AI in customer service, HR, finance, logistics. AI is playing a big role. In fact, in HR, I can take that as an example. In HR, AI is everywhere, right from the beginning. Like, for example, I want to automate creation of a job description. I can create a JD using GenAI. If there is a resume submitted for a particular job, today people are using ATS software to compare the resume with the JD, which is not that intelligent. But I can use GenAI to find out which are the top 5 resumes. I can give a score for every resume and compare it. That's very much possible. Once the resumes are submitted, then get a score and then decide who should attend the interview. And you can have an AI avatar taking an interview with questions asked from the JD, with questions asked from the resume. It can ask questions from anywhere. It can check your body language. It can find out how your responses are, whether they're technically right or wrong. Once the interview is conducted, then a human can come into picture. By this time, 70 to 80% of the work has been automated. So HR is an excellent place where AI has been doing wonders. A lot of automation is coming into picture. Earlier, I was just addressing HR department of a large construction company. And the discussion was around the same. How can we leverage AI in our own department, HR? Chatbot on top of the policies. Because one of the biggest pain points in HR area is the employees are asking a lot of mundane questions. Like, for example, how many leaves are there for me? What is a parking policy in our office? You don't need a qualified HR to respond to all these things. You can put a chatbot. Chatbot can go through the policy document. Chatbot can go through the ERP and it can respond to the questions. So AI coming into picture, the conventional roles in every department is changing. From finance to HR, everywhere the change is happening. Doctors, they are using AI diagnostic tools. Soon you will be seeing all the diagnostic centers with AI plugged in, where you take an X-ray, you need not go back to the doctor to show the X-ray. The prediction can happen with the AI machine, whether the X-ray is normal or not. And it will recommend whether to go to the doctor or not. So human AI collaboration coming into picture. Marketers are using AI for campaign creation. If you're using tools like Jasper, the entire campaign can be created using AI there. So AI is strongly integrated with marketing campaign executions. Code generation. Today, the coders are using LLM and they're writing prompts to generate the code. The first cut of code is ready with the help of AI because AI is able to create a better code compared to humans. But there is a problem with AI. The solution architecture or design is very poor. It is not as good as how the humans do. But writing clean code with comments, with documentation, better than a human, AI can do a better job there. Teachers, they are using AI for personalized learning. So I can keep on adding more and more examples for you to understand how AI and humans are coming together to collaborate. But one thing I can tell you, AI cannot replace empathy. AI cannot bring ethics and judgment. I hope you have heard of this famous trolley problem. If you have not heard of it, I'll just give you a scenario. Let's say you're driving a car. There are 3 sets of people crossing the road. An old lady, a pregnant lady, and a bunch of kids. Your brakes are not working. Whom will you hit? Whom will you kill of all the 3? Do you have an answer? Just put it across in the chat, in the comment. I'm sure I can tell you one thing. AI, I mean humans, we make judgmental errors. And mostly the popular answer for this question is I'll kill the old lady. That's the popular answer. There is no right answer here, by the way. The popular answer is killing the old lady. But is it fair? There is a bit of a judgment that we are bringing here as humans. If I add more facts to this case, let's say, for example, the old lady is following the rules, the pregnant lady is just not following the rules, crossing the road in the green signal. So our human judgment is very good. We're able to apply it. Machines do not have this judgmental power. That is still a risk with AI. Humans are good in relationship building. AI can never replace that. Strategy, AI can talk about it, but not easy to strategize. Leadership, absolutely, AI cannot play a role there. Even though there are AI politicians coming up, AI leaders coming up, but I strongly believe that human touch is something that is not replaceable in AI world. Now, to summarize, we have come to the fag end. I hope you're keeping your questions ready and you're posting it across. AI helps with convenience, be it navigation or communication, Google Maps or ChatGPT. AI helps you with convenience. AI helps you with creativity. GenAI can help you to create images, video, audio, anything that you want. You can use GenAI to do that. AI can help you to personalize things, shopping experiences, finance, healthcare, anywhere. AI can help you out there. And last but not least, career augmentation. AI is the skills of the future. You cannot ignore AI. We are living in the reality. AI is the reality. It's not a bubble. So please be prepared for the AI world. Ensure that you are having the right skills. Augment yourself with the right skills from the AI world so that you are moving to the next level in your career. So I would like to take a pause here and I would like to hand it over to Sujit. Sujit, you're there?
Yes, sir. Hi, sir. Yeah,
Perfect, sir. Over to
sure.
you.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining today. So I will share my screen and I will let all of you know about the course which we are launching under SWAYAM Plus. Just a minute. Yeah, I hope it's visible. Great. Okay. The course under SWAYAM Plus. So under SWAYAM Plus, we've launched multiple courses under IITM Pravartak. This is the course which is specifically for HR students and HR professionals. The course name is called Certificate Program in HR Analytics and AI-Driven Workforce Transformation. So this is a 4-month course which is being offered by IIT Madras, IITM Pravartak under SWAYAM Plus. The course will be 40 hours and it's a self-paced, the course. So there are multiple courses under Swine Plus, which has already been under this format, A for all, for example. So this course also follows that. The format is the same, overall 40 hours. It's a self-paced where the participants can undergo the course in their own time. At the end of 4 months, you'll need to complete it. There'll be some assignments week on week. There'll be some quizzes week on week, which you can take and get customized with the course as you go along, right? And the eligibility for this course is UG and PG students who wants to major in HR, who are interested in HR analytics, who wants to understand how AI is getting integrated into this in this domain, and all the latest technologies which is happening in the HR world. And working professionals who are part of multiple organizations and want to transform their HR department, they can also take this course. The course fees is 15,000 along with the GST. And when you look at the course, the key modules which are covered are so basically what is HR and what is HR analytics in the latest context, and what are the core functions of HR. Then we deep dive into what are the metrics that are followed in the HR world. How do you do descriptive analytics, as well as how do you take it from descriptive to prescriptive? Basically, what and all data you are collecting in the HR world, for example, employee data, for example, payroll data, all this data which you have, how do you take the AI and how do you, do the prescriptive analytics from here on? Then you have data engineering and governance, and you are introduced to various HR frameworks and functions. How do you take the AI and simplify all these frameworks? For example, there is PCMM framework, there is people management framework, etc. How do you integrate it with the data which your company is collecting, or as students you have the data, and how do you want to analyze it? Finally, we get into the generative AI, as Lakshmi sir has beautifully explained what GenAI is. How do you take GenAI and use all these tools which are available in the market, and how do you integrate it with the HR discipline? So you will also be learning about the prompt engineering in this. Right, the highlight of the entire program is you get to spend one day at IIT Madras for an immersion program. When you take up this program, the dates will be given to you as we move along the course. So one day you would be called to IIT Madras campus. You will be given the one-day course, and along with it, the entire 40 hours of online module is there. So the facilitators, the instructors for this program, the man himself, Lakshmi sir, who spoke for the last half an hour about demystifying AI. So he'll be one part of the lectures will be handled by him. The other part of the lecture is from one of the associate professors from IIT Madras. His name is Dr. S. Srinivasan. So both of them will handle the course. So if you want to apply for this course, the link is given here, iitmpravartak.org.in/HR analytics. You will also get a mail with the link, so you can register through this link, right? So how do you take this course? At the end of 40 hours and at the end of one day campus immersion, everything. So you'll get one proctored examination, which you will be writing, and whatever marks you score in the proctored exam, or which you've learned over the entire course of 4 months, the mark which you score, that will be part of your certificate. The certificate which you will get at the end of the course will have three logos: SWAYAM plus IIT Madras as well as IITM Pravartak. So you also have the advantage of showing the certificate because it's part of SWAYAM plus as well as IIT Madras. Right. So these are the basic functions of this course. So the last day to apply for this course is 31st of December. The course will start from January. So these are the basic details about this course. Now I'm pretty sure that you have lined up a lot of questions on AI and on this course, etc. So you can put it on your chat box about all these things. We will take one by one and we can answer from there. Over to Swine Plus team.
Thank you, Sujit. Thank you, Lakshmi sir, for your very engaging and wonderful session. We have received actually quite a lot of questions, including an interesting one asking whether your background is real or AI generated, since the trees behind you seem to be moving. So I think we'll start with that.
Okay, so that's just a normal Zoom background, boss. There is no AI there. Of course, it's just the same. Do you see a pattern, by the way? The trees, the leaves are changing in the same way. So it's not AI generated. It's normal video recording in loop at the back end.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sujit, there was a question about registration link. To the learner who asked this question, you can find the registration link on the screen right now. You can also find the course details in the course card. You can find the course card on SWAYAM Plus website. After this masterclass, we can send details to you if there is a need also. Moving on to the question, sir. The first question that we would like to pick is AI helps a lot and does wonders, but if it gets landed on bad hands, is the impact bad? Is there a way to suppress this negativity?
Okay, so I always try to put it in a slightly broader context for the answer for this question. AI is a science at the end of the day. Okay. Now, when I say science, it's a science of decoding humans. Humans, do you think we are all good or we are all bad? It depends is the right answer, right? It depends on a lot of factors. The same case here. In fact, psychology, spirituality, sociology, there are so many sciences that decodes how the human behaves. Decoding everything and then putting it across into a machine is our responsibility. We have to ensure that the machines are having the sociology science put across so that they know how to deal with humans, how to talk to humans, how to talk to other machines down the lane. Who knows? The bots may get married also. So they may need spirituality and philosophy also later down the lane. So, long story short, it is as imperfect as humans. So, is it dangerous? Yes. Is it manipulative? Yes. Is it powerful? Yes. The only way to ensure that it is not heading in the negative direction, like the doomsday scenario, like how our superstar Rajinikanth shows it in Robo, the only way to do it is building AI responsibly. What kind of AI tools that we are building? Do we have enough guardrails put across? Are we creating unnecessary bias in the system? All these aspects, if you start thinking about it, the ethical and responsible AI, then if you do all these aspects, then you are creating a responsible AI application which should do wonders for you. Okay, that's the only way forward. It's like bringing up our kids, boss. Tomorrow, when you have kids, I mean, how are you going to ensure that they are going to be good in the society? You need to take care of them. You need to show them the right things. You need to teach them the right things. You have to educate them how to bring it up, right? That's the same thing we have to do with the mission. Give them the right knowledge, teach them the right things. Remember, you are the teacher for AI too. You have the responsibility of teaching the right things to AI. If you are not thinking in the right direction, definitely AI will not think in the right direction. Okay. Yep. Back to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. A couple of questions on the same lines, right? I'll probably combine. Part A, how can an end user know whether AI is hallucinating or not? And another question on the same line, who will compensate or be punished if AI and robotics do something wrong in medical field, whether the AI or the user?
Okay, good question. Good question. So the first one, hallucination. If I have to answer it, today the hallucinations have come down drastically across LLMs. It is, I mean, with GPT-5, the claim is it is less than 1%, but still hallucinations are there, no doubt. Now, the way we try to test hallucination is, first of all, with the expertise that we carry, with the subject matter expert human coming into picture, the job of the human, that's what we call it as human in the loop. The job of the human is to bring ground truths based on the experience and then validate the model with that. So, without you understanding things from the other side, it is tough for you to evaluate whether the model is hallucinating or not. That's the reason we always say nothing can compete with experience. Only with experience, you'll be able to write a good prompt. Only with experience, you'll be able to evaluate or pass a judgment whether the output is right or wrong. So please keep that in mind. Hallucinations can be checked by comparing it against the ground truth, the responses coming from the bot against the ground truth. That's number one. What was the second one, ma'am?
Sir, whether if there is something wrong that happened using
Yes.
AI in medical field, who will compensate or who will be punished? Like, will the user be held accountable?
Excellent. So usually the company, I mean, the way we all think, if software goes for a toss, let's say Zoom crashes now, okay, or YouTube crashes now, who is responsible? We'll blame Google first. Why did the YouTube crash? Or Zoom, we will be escalating, complaining why this has happened. Now, generally, that's a mindset with our normal softwares. With AI, we are also contributing. We are also ensuring that the product is learning with our inputs and outputs. The primary responsibility for anything that is going wrong is the company which has created that AI. This is one of the reasons, if you remember, a lady committed suicide earlier by using this platform character.ai. A teenager committed suicide because the AI told the kid that you're not fit for life. And the company was criticized that the bot should have been checked. The checks and balances should have been put across in the bot to ensure that it is not speaking the wrong things. So it happens. All these things happen. It is the responsibility of the company to ensure that the bots are giving the right responses, responsible answers are coming out. Then comes the usage, the fair usage of for what purpose we are using the product. Okay, that lies with the individual who is using it. But primary responsibility lies with the company which has developed that model. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. A couple of questions on the use cases of AI. First one on what are the AI tools that can be used to create good images and videos?
Okay, that's a good question. So I will start with a very popular tool, Midjourney, which is one of the enterprise level AI generation tool. There are other models out there. GPT also can generate it today. DALI is the famous model behind that. Then you have Microsoft Designer, which is a tool based on DALI. You can use that. Then we have uh, Canva is a good one example. If you're using it for creating posters, invitations and stuff, then I would strongly recommend Canva as also one of the tools. So Midjourney, Canva, then Microsoft Designer, Nano Banana, that's the latest one. Nano Banana is much better, I would say, because recently it has come in and there is a lot of freshness with respect to the data that it's generating. So you can use Nano Banana also for generating images.
Great, sir. Another question on the same line. What are some of the tools that could be helpful for a professor?
Oh, for a professor, good.
Yeah.
I would strongly suggest that use GPT as your co-pilot, GPT or Gemini as your co-pilot, whichever you're comfortable with. Generally, Claude is much better with reasoning powers. It is much better with the reasoning ability, so you can use that also. As a faculty, if you want to use an LLM, you can use the LLM for generating content, number one. Number two, generating relevant examples for the content. Like, for example, if I have to go back to the school and learn probability or permutation combination, the subjects that used to torture me when I was in school days, maybe I would love to learn with GPT as my co-pilot. As a student as well as a teacher, I may create content with that. I can ask GPT like, can you explain this topic to a 5-year-old, to a 10-year-old? Can you give Indian examples, relevant examples to explain this concept? Like that, I can make GPT or Gemini to come up with interesting content, which I can use as a professor to go ahead and explain it to my students. That's one. Second thing, I can use Synthesia kind of platforms to create small e-learning, micro-learning content. I can do that. I can use active campaign kind of email marketing tools which are powered by AI to regularly share content over email to my students. I can do that. And I can use, again, GPT LLM kind of tools to create question papers, scenario based micro cases for the students to apply a particular concept in a scenario. And we can encourage them to use GPT to look for the solution for the same problem. So these are all the different opportunities or use cases for a professor to use AI.
Great, sir. Actually, we've been receiving many questions, so I'm going to try and combine questions here. The next question is, how can AI help in language teaching, specifically regional vernacular languages?
Excellent. So even though there are standard apps like Duolingo and everything is there, but if you want to use an LLM to try that, my first suggestion would be like, you can ask the GPT, you can open up a window in GPT or Gemini, any LLM that you're comfortable with, and you can say that, I'd like to learn this new language. You be a guide for me, and your job is to teach me, train me, interact with me so that I can become an expert in this language. You can write this as a prompt and you can ask the bot to be responsive. Okay. Now the bot will be intelligent and it will start having a conversation like your language trainer. It's going to start asking questions. It's going to start giving you content in the way you like it. You don't need a new one. And based on how you are responding, based on the kind of responses you're giving, the bot will learn and it will adjust the difficulty levels of the conversations also accordingly. That's where AI is very, very powerful. It continuously learns from the inputs that you're providing. So all you need is one LLM with a separate window. Use the same window for the conversation. Do not open up new window every time. So the bot will continuously learn and it will ask you the right relevant questions and it will coach you to learn new languages.
Thank you, sir. Another question on any specific tools to use for research.
Okay, for research, I would strongly recommend Perplexity as a tool. That's something which is helping people to utilize it, the questions, and it comes with citations, regular citations. So I would suggest that you can try that. That's much, much better, I would say, compared to the other ones. Please try that. Perplexity is a tool that I would strongly recommend.
Great, sir. There is another interesting question. It's a basic question. I'm going to take it up because of the simplicity as well as the depth here. Is it safe to use AI?
Is anything safe in this world? I would say no. Is it safe to use AI? Absolutely right. It is safe to use AI. But I will put it this way: how we are using it matters a lot. Maybe I'll slightly package it this way: like, do not give too much of data to AI. So during the session, I was asking you to try a prompt. What do you know about me? You can ask this in your GPT or Gemini, whichever tool that you're using, and look at the kind of data it is continuously tracking about you. You'll be surprised. It knows more about you than you know about yourself. So, is it going to be unsafe? No. Let's not live in a kind of a scenario where we are afraid of using AI. We need not be. Okay. But of course, we need to have guardrails. You cannot give a complete access to all the data that you have. Like the way WhatsApp is having access to the entire stuff in our mobile. You should not give that kind of unlimited access to the AI part also. So please use AI. Don't be afraid of it, but use it responsibly. And you should be aware what kind of repercussions it has. And that's where everyone should be AI literate, I would say, so that you don't ignore AI, but you use AI for much better productivity. Yes.
Sure, sir. The next question, what is the difference between GenAI and agentic AI?
Okay, good question, boss. Gen AI, when I say, okay, let me take an example and help you understand this. You go to ChatGPT and you're asking a very simple question like, hey, I want to plan for a vacation with my friends to Thailand. Can you give me a 5 days trip itinerary? So the ChatGPT today can give you a response saying that, okay, 5 days trip, if you're planning, this is how you have to plan it. Day one, you can do this. Day two, you can do this. Maybe if you're good in prompt engineering, you can even go and ask this question like, I need Indian restaurants. I need to go for this one. I'm going with my friends or with my girlfriend or with my parents. Depending on whom you're going with, if you add that information, the itinerary will change. Clear? This is how GPT works. Now, it just stops with your itinerary. It is not acting anything. It is just a knowledge agent. It is just sharing the knowledge based on the data it has got. But can it go one step further and book the tickets for me? Book the hotel rooms for me? If it can do that, that's what is called as agentic AI. That is, the moment you have asked the prompt, the GPT will ask you, giving the entire itinerary, it will ask you, do you want me to check your calendar and find the right slots for your vacation? It may even ask you once the date is identified, can I go on and check the Singapore Airlines flight tickets for Thailand? Because it knows from the memory what airlines you would prefer to travel. Indigo, Air India, it may prefer that. So it starts asking all these questions and starts booking the tickets for you. So agentic AI is an agency of AI agents where AI is going to come together. It is going to start taking actions through APIs with multiple platforms like MakeMyTrip, Booking.com, all these sites. It's going to interact to book the entire itinerary for you. All you have done is you have written a prompt. That's the big difference between Gen AI and agentic AI. By the way, agentic AI is a subset of Gen AI. Without LLM, you cannot have agentic AI put in place. But one last data, if I have to share, agentic AI and AI agent are not the same. It may sound similar. It is as different as puri masala and masala puri in simple terms. So agentic AI is an agency of AI agents. AI agent is something that you have created to solve one problem. Agentic AI is something that it orchestrates multiple agents to achieve the business goal. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, sir, it does. It does. Thank you. Moving on to the next question, another interesting one at that. Can AI ever think and feel like a human, or will it always be different?
It will not be different. I'll be honest with you, boss. Already there are apps in the world which have started creating or faking emotions with you. Okay. Uh, in fact, this happened even 4 or 5 years back. People have started falling into some traps in with online websites where they do not even know the difference after some time, which one is real. They would be talking to an AI chatbot. They would have accepted that AI chatbot as a girlfriend or a boyfriend. And beyond a point, they do not realize that it's just an AI which is chatting with them. And the humans are falling for it. It has become a psychological disorder for some of the Gen Zs who are using the online platforms extensively. Now, AI can fake emotions, it can cheat you, it can deceive you, it can create the perception that it is real. And with every changing trend, with every day, the evolution that is happening, AI will become almost real. Of course, if you're smart, you can always find the difference between human and machine. Okay. But it will get closer to reality, boss, with the way things are happening. Okay. So we are going to see everything. Before we die, we are going to see all these aspects. That's for sure. Yes, madam.
All right. Thanks for that, sir. Moving on to the next question. This is slightly different. So we are picking this. Is it possible to validate product quality by AI, which are produced from any manufacturing unit?
Yes. So I'll give you this example of the famous companies like Bosch, Siemens, all the manufacturing companies, if you notice. One of the popular use cases in Industry 4.0 is computer vision based quality engineering. That is, they use computer vision to take pictures of the finished goods, be it a chip or any product that is coming out. And then they are comparing it with the original image of an ideal product. And then they come to the conclusion whether the product is defective or not. So here AI, computer vision to be more specific, is being used across. So the product quality, the end output quality is being tested in the manufacturing space this way. In the services world, it is slightly different. The AI is being used across in every step in the software testing lifecycle. Okay. Like based on the requirements, product requirements that have been given, you can actually generate the test cases. Using the test cases, you can generate test scripts using AI. And then you can do the regression testing using AI. And then you can validate whether the output that is coming out is right or wrong. So AI can be an integral part of your testing in your services world also. In both the worlds, the output of a solution, the solution that is coming out, whether it is good quality or bad quality, we can validate using AI. Yes.
Sure, sir. I'm just reading the chat. There are a couple of questions about the course, HR Analytics course. First question, do you cover APIs to integrate AI within existing HR systems?
So creating APIs is something which would be a techie's job. If you're picking up this course, one advantage that you're going to have is as an HR, how the technology is being used across for automating, for analytics, for AI, for Gen AI, how all these technologies can be brought in for automation and intelligent automation in HR domain. That's something you're going to learn. Creating an API, I personally believe it's more of a job of a tech developer, and that would be done by them. But you will know which APIs to connect to basis this course. If you want to solve a problem, how to solve that problem using technology is what you'll be learning through this course, and that would help.
Sure, sir. Another question about the registration processes. So, how do I register for the course and when will the course begin?
Yeah, this I can take. You can register with the link which is given on the screen, https iitmpravartak.org.in/HR-analytics. You can go to this link. You can read all about the course. You can read about what is being covered and how much is the hours and all the basic details about the course, right? So the course, the registration deadline as previously said is 31st of December. And the course will start from January, right? Once we have the enough registrations and we are closing it on 31st of December, all of the people who have registered, all of the students who have registered will get the link on how to access it, the LMS for LMS details, the login details, etc. Right? So the campus immersion program, one-day campus immersion program will also be based on a mutual convenience of all the students also, that will be taken care. So yeah, so you can go ahead and register from the link which is given at the bottom of the page.
Sujit, I think there were a couple of points on the eligibility also. Will there be an eligibility test to take this course? And I'm an art student. Can I enroll? Can you also speak for a minute on the eligibility criteria for this particular course?
Right. So basically, all the SWAYAM plus courses are, like 12th completed students, or if you are a diploma, 10th completed. And as of now, for this particular course, so it's very beneficial for UG/PG students and working professionals. Anyone who's interested in HR can take this course. That's my understanding. Professor, you want to add any point?
No, that's a valid observation, Sujit. You're right. I have nothing to add. It's good.
Yeah.
Great. We'll move back to the general questions, sir. If we can take 2, 3 more.
Sure.
We have like a bunch. We'll just take 2, 3 more. Yeah. Next question on, apart from the hardcore skills, like what other skills should students build now to stay relevant in the AI driven world? For example, problem solving or thinking, other skills.
Excellent. As I was showing it on during the session, the first important thing is the judgment skill. So, judging whether something is right or wrong, whatever that is generated by AI is right or wrong, is an important skill that I want you to acquire. Number two, problem solving skill is always an evergreen skill. Can you build that skill? I mean, I know it is an easy thing to say, problem solving, but anything that is given to you, how do you break that problem into smaller ones? And how are you able to conquer it and solve it? That is something which I would suggest you to acquire. Number two. Number three, with machines coming into picture, AI coming into picture, the society is going to become more and more mechanical, nuclear, siloed. Can you build relationships? This is something AI cannot do. Can you build relationships? Can you come up with strategies? Can you come up with experience? That experience which can help you to come up with a good strategy. If you're able to build all these skills, I think you can thrive through the AI world. So you need not worry about anything. You need not worry about AI or anything taking away your job if you have these fundamentals right.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Last couple of questions, sir. How
Yeah.
can we create a fully developed working website using AI? Is it possible?
Yes, very much. The tools that I mentioned, like Replit, for example, or lovable.dev, these are some of the tools that you can try. This tool can actually, based on your prompt, it can generate the entire website. Just that all these tools are paid tools. Within 10 minutes, the website will be ready, but you just have to pay a token to get that out and deployed in your own domain. But tools are available. AI-driven tools are available for you to create the website within few minutes. You can do that. Back to you.
Last question, sir. This question has been repeated in the chat box, so I'm going to take it. How do you relate AI and privacy?
Wow, that's a good question. See, privacy versus convenience. What do you want? You know that AI is going to run on data. Data is the oil for this refinery to work. AI is just a refinery on top of the oil to give you the output. If you want convenience, yes, share the data with AI. AI will assist you. It will tell you which movie to watch, which TV series to watch. Everything it will start recommending to you based on how you are using the tools. If you do not want the convenience, or if you do not want to share your data, privacy is more important for you, then somewhere you need to compromise on the convenience part. Because one thing is very real, all these companies are using our data. I don't know whether you're aware of it. The Instagram selfies that you're taking, there was an accusation that llama models are using that. The nano banana model of Google, which is part of Gemini, it is using your Google Photos data. All these are unconfirmed reports, but anything and everything that we are doing in the online world, data is being captured, data is being tracked, and with that data only, we are using AI to generate output. So we have little choice there, but that's a reality out there. So you can take a call. Which one is more important for you, privacy or convenience?
Great. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you to the entire team at IIT Madras Pravartak for partnering with us and enabling such an insightful and inspiring session today. We are very certain that the participants have gained clarity, practical insights from Sir's wonderful session. A heartfelt thank you as well to all the participants for joining us and for your thoughtful comments throughout the session. We had about 1,100 learners joining us live. Your engagement definitely added meaningful depth, and the energy was clearly visible in the chat box. So, thank you so much, learners, for joining. We invite you to visit SWAYAM Plus and explore the wide range of courses designed to support your personal and professional growth. You can register for the HR Analytics course on SWAYAM Plus or by visiting the iitmpravartak.org.in, the link that's displayed here on the screen. It'll take only a few minutes to get started. So please visit the course page and learn more about the course. Please stay connected with us on social media. You can follow SWAYAM Plus on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and X, formerly Twitter, to stay updated on our latest offerings and announcements. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, where the recording of today's session will be uploaded for your future reference and continued learning. Thank you once again for being a part of this masterclass. Wishing you all a pleasant evening and a fulfilling journey of learning and growth with SWAYAM Plus. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, sir. Thank you,
Thank you very
Pravartak
much.
team.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much.